This video is sponsored by Milanote. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexandra, and today's video is a living room that I was very happy to tackle for Ukrainian couple Alexandra and Marina. This is their first home in Toronto since fleeing Ukraine in February, and I just can't wait to take on this project. We are almost at 500,000 subscribers, which is a huge milestone. 49% of you come back week after week to watch these videos and aren't yet subscribed. If all of you were subscribed, we'd be at 1 million subscribers. Hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Marina emailed me a little while back and asked me to make over her living room. She currently lives with her partner, as I mentioned, Alexandra, in downtown Toronto, and their living room is empty. It's really dark. It's lacking any sort of coziness. And of course, I jumped at the opportunity to help them make this space feel like a home. I'm gonna hop on a call with them and just get a sense of what's working for them in the space, what's not working for them, and also learn more about their story. Hi! So nice to meet you both.
Yeah, we're so excited.
I'm so glad to hear that. So I wanted to meet you both in person and just kind of chat through what you're looking for your space. But I actually wanted to just start the conversation by asking you about your move here. I know it was a challenging move and a quick move, but I'd love to just hear more about your story and how you ended up in Toronto.
Oh, wow, it's a long one. First, we fled to Poland. We were living together for 5 years. Yeah. And we were planning to get married this spring.
In the Ukraine?
Yeah.
In Ukraine, okay.
When we fled to Poland, we were not officially recognized as a couple there, since they don't recognize same-sex relationship at all. And Alexandra has Russian citizenship. Mm-hmm. They told that they will not provide us with shelter.
Yeah, they told me I should just go to Russia.
Then we asking for legal help, and one of the first replies we got was from Portugal. So we went there, found out that we couldn't get married there because we didn't have all the documents we needed.
Right.
Then we decided that we should move to Canada since we know the language better and can get married and settle down for, well, I hope at least 2 or 3 years, maybe for the rest of our life. I counted at some time, but then I forgot it was 14 or 15 different shelters that we been through since March.
When you left your home in Ukraine, what did you bring with you?
Before the war, we planned to go to Turkey.
On vacation.
So you had packed for vacation.
Yeah.
And you literally took your suitcase that you had packed for vacation with you.
Yeah.
And that's what you have now.
Basically t-shirts and swimsuits.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that with me, and I'm really glad that I can help you both. Can you walk me through what you have for this space? I think when we scouted it was empty. So is it still empty? And
well, we found 2 IKEA chairs.
Great.
And
yeah, I found it on the street.
Okay, yeah.
There are like a lot of things.
Our room is still empty.
Yeah.
Because yoga mat.
Okay, that's good to know. I feel like we're starting from scratch, and I love a good empty space. If you could have anything in your living room, what would it look like?
We were thinking about that, and Marina wanted something really bright.
We found out that we have different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like bright things and color. Alexandra loves more like neutral, like muted colors.
I looked at your inspo and I think you've done a really great job at narrowing it down. It's very clear, and I definitely see the bright pops of color layered in with the neutrals. If we go pretty neutral with the base, then you can add in all those pops of colors, and they're easy to change out. So like colorful cushions or art prints, and it just allows you to mix and match. So we won't put like a bright yellow sofa in your space necessarily, but maybe the color comes through the accents and the actual like accessories of the space.
Our room is very dark.
Okay.
There's a small window and
there's even no overhead lighting, so it gets dark very quickly.
We'll add in lots of floor lamps, lots of table lamps to bring in more light. And I think that's even, more of a reason for bringing in like lighter furniture, just to make it feel light and bright during the day. What are you going to be using this space for mostly? I'm assuming like lounging and relaxing, but is there anything else I should know in terms of function?
Hosting, reading, and lounging.
Okay.
I hope I can get back to playing guitar someday.
And Alana also mentioned you had said you were thinking about a bar, to have like a little bar in the living room as well.
It was my hobby in Kiev, and I have lots of different bottles.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I very like to do cocktails, but no, I have nothing.
Okay, so a bar for you to make cocktails. I feel like I have such a good idea of what you need and your wants for this space.
In Europe, I don't know why, but most of the rented places come with furniture.
Yeah.
At least in Ukraine. And I never thought that I'll be able to make my own space before actually buying a space like that I will own.
Yeah, you're making such beautiful spaces.
Oh, thank you so much. That really means a lot.
I just can't believe it. It's happening. It's like...
Oh, it's happening. It's happening, and it's going to be great. And you both deserve it so much. Get ready, I guess. I say this every single video, I think, but this is why I do what I do. I feel like everyone should have a comfy, cozy home base that they feel good in, and to be able to make this happen for this couple just feels special and great. My first impression of this living room is that it's such a great size. We've got a lot of real estate to work with. The downsides are that it's really dark, lacking any sort of coziness or comfort. Like a lot of couples I work with, one of them loves like neutral, lots of wood tones, lots of texture, and the other one loves color. I think the challenge of this space is going to be balancing those two styles, but everything in their Pinterest board are images that they've picked out together as a couple that they both really love. So I feel like they've given me a lot of direction to work with. So for my mood board, I am using the program that we use for everything here at Team AG, Milanote. Milanote is a project management tool for creatives that allows you to organize every element of your projects in a very flexible and visual way. Measurements, product links, before photos, all of our DIY ideas, materials needed. My team and I can leave notes within the board so we can interact with each other, ask questions. It's all just there in one place. Milanote has even launched a new app that I've been using on my iPad when I'm on the go, which is very convenient. The best part is that Milanote is free. I know so many of you watching have already signed up and love it and use Milanote all the time. I see those DMs on Instagram. Our team member Alexandra even uses Milanote to organize her closet. Everyone here at Team AG uses Milanote, not just for design and DIY, but beyond. Full stop. Milanote's the best. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, head to the link in my description box to sign up for a free account today. So here's the plan. To keep the whole space feeling bright and airy, I'm gonna stick with light woods like this beautiful console table, and then pairing those lighter materials with more color, like this beautiful blue sofa, this rug. I love how these pieces are colorful, but they're still muted. Marina purchased this guitar. I think it works so well with the color palette we have going here. And then for Alexandra, I want to thrift a bar cart and paint it this salmony pink color. It's bold, but not too bold. For Marina, I wanna do a wall full of shelves where she can put books and trinkets. Before we head to Alexandra and Marina's home, we obviously have to prep. So I am heading out to Cocktail Emporium to get some special items. The lead up to this makeover is so exciting because there's so many little things happening. So let's head into prep now. Thank you so much. Okay, so I wanted to just update you guys on something really exciting. So Marina had a lot of books back in Ukraine. Well, she left all of her belongings behind, but specifically her books and like photo albums, she really misses. And since we are doing a whole, you know, bookshelf display, Alana has coordinated getting in touch with Marina's friends back in Ukraine to send us some of her books and like mementos, like photographs, stuffed animals. I can't believe I'm saying this. They just arrived in the office. Her friend packaged all her stuff up so nicely. Look, that's one of her stuffed animals. She has no idea this is happening. This is a complete surprise. Just a huge shout out to her friends who made this happen. I'm just so excited. I think she's gonna be absolutely shocked. Like, shocked. Yay. Hey guys, so excited. Today is the first day of Marina and Alexandra's makeover. We are here. I want to show you the space. It is filled with all of our makeover supplies. This is the fiddle leaf we brought. It's faux. So as you can see, we have a lot of room to work with. They actually have a desk here right now. I think we're gonna move this into the den area. This is the guitar that Marina purchased. We are definitely going to give them a comfy sofa. In here is their bedroom. It is quite dark, so I think adding in all of those lights that we've brought is really gonna help, but this is the space. Okay, we're here with Graham. No, that's not Graham, that's Alana. And Graham and Amanda. Hi. We always have a lot of boxes, but this feels like a lot. A whole den's worth. So we're gonna start unboxing some things, and then Graham and I are actually gonna start on the peel and stick wallpaper accent wall. For me, it's the apple and the X-Acto knife.
You want a piece?
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Dads love doing this.
Okay, but you just put the
They go
whole,
like this, and then they offer it to you like on the
yeah, but you just put the whole thing in your mouth. I'll pass, thank you though. Marina and Alexandra are not allowed to paint any of the walls in here, so we have the coolest hack for you. Solid color wallpaper. This is from the Wallberry, and you can customize the color, so you can say, oh, I want this Benjamin Moore color or this Pharaoh and Ball color. They will color match it and print it on peel and stick wallpaper. Absolutely genius. First things first, we're throwing the laser level up and getting a nice crisp line. We're not lining this up to the ceiling because the ceiling is probably not level. So I am just going in with Graham and we are lining it up to that laser level and then peeling the back off and smoothing as we go. You can definitely use a regular level and a pencil if you don't have a laser level. It's just gonna ensure that everything is straight and we're not gonna slant down. Because if you line it up to the ceiling, it's gonna end up going like this.
You look like you're telling a ghost story. It is October.
Oh, that's better. You'll also notice that we're overhanging on the top, bottom, and side because Graham and I want to go in after with the utility knife and just make sure there's a clean, crisp cut around every edge. We're worried we don't have enough wallpaper. Like short how much? Like 4 inches?
Yeah.
And we're sure there's not another panel.
I only saw 3 in the
There's
bag.
Okay. Make sure when you are ordering wallpaper that you overestimate the amount that you need. In this case, we just didn't have enough. We had like 4 inches that we needed. We are gonna problem solve it. You can probably see that there's a bit of texture on this wall. We can't sand down the wall because we can't paint, so we're just leaning into the textured walls. This is all the wallpaper we have. Well, we have scraps. So Graham and I are going to get a little scrappy. We're gonna put the offcuts down here to fill this gap of white. Wish us luck. This is how we're gonna get a super crisp seam. Are you guys ready? Graham taught me this and it's genius. You wanna overlap your wallpaper 1 inch to 1.5 inches. So using a straight edge, you wanna go in midway in that overlap piece. You wanna go in hard enough that you cut both layers in one single swoop.
Boom. And then we're gonna peel this back, okay? And we're gonna take off this one,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And watch this.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah. Yeah. That tickles my fancy for sure.
This,
For sure.
Look at this.
For
Look
sure.
at that. Look.
Yeah.
Invisible.
Yeah. As always, remember to use heat when removing peel and stick wallpaper. If you just peel it off the wall, it's gonna take up paint and possibly drywall. So use that hair dryer so it comes off in a clean, even way. This is the box that I opened at the office. We are putting up shelves to create a display with all of her books, and I just want to see how many we're working with and like what other things we're working with, because I want to put everything on display so that when she comes in, it's kind of like the first thing she sees. Opening this box felt like I was getting a glimpse into Marina's home. And I realized that these things aren't just things. They're things that hold lots of sentiment, photos, stuffed animals, books. The fact that we could get her friend to package these up beautifully for her and send them all the way here just felt really special. And I'm just so glad we were able to actually bring a piece of her home to her new home in Toronto. I'm gonna finish unpackaging all these books, and then we're gonna move on to the bar cart. So because we were able to bring all of this stuff over from Ukraine for Marina, we wanted to do something special for Alexandra. She mentioned that she really loves making cocktails.
And Negroni.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah.
Bagliato.
Actually, one of the books that came from Ukraine was a cocktail book. So we wanted to create a whole bar setup for her in this living room. We have the space to do it, and I think it's gonna be a really fun DIY project. So we thrifted this bar cabinet for $30, amazing. And Graham started by taking the whole thing apart. Because I wanted to paint it this really fun salmony pink color from Annie Sloan. This is where this color starts to come in. Now that Graham has sanded and primed it, we're going with chalk paint and painting it this beautiful pink. I wanted to go with chalk paint because I, first of all, love Annie Sloan's selection of colors, but also because chalk paint is great for painting over furniture, especially if you want to give it a rustic feel. We're definitely going for a more modern look, but just so you know, chalk paint is great if you want to go in and make your pieces look more vintage. I decided that I didn't want the glass top. I wanted to do something more sturdy and solid. So he is using this piece of Canadian maple. We wanted to bring a piece of Canada into their home, and he's sanding it all down. He is curving it so it has this beautiful like semicircle shape to it. He's also using a polyurethane sealant on the top, and we learned here that we actually shouldn't have taken the bar cart apart. It is proving to be a bit of a challenge rebuilding this. I had suggested Graham take it apart because I wanted him to get into the wine rack and paint that all the pink color, but looking back, we probably just should have painted the outside and not the inside. Because this whole cabinet is basically built on tongue and groove pieces, they got really thick. The paint got all stuck in the grooves, and it just wasn't the best experience putting it back together. We made it happen. There was some frustration, but we got it done. So I knew I wanted to add casters to this bar cart just to make it look funky and cool. These are from the hardware store. They're a really big size. Graham has cut little pieces of wood, pre-drilled the holes. And this is how we're attaching the wheels to the cart. I love how they add height to this unit. It looks like more substantial now, a real bar cart. Next, we are trimming the back of the bar cart so Graham's custom top fits seamlessly. Nice! We are also securing the glassware shelf to the bottom of the wood top. I am attaching the top with L brackets, getting in there with this fun tool bit.
oh yeah.
I will link this down below actually because this bit is bendy. I've used it in makeovers before. This is a Graham tool that he had in his kit, and we use it probably every makeover. It's really great to get into like hard to reach places. Tomorrow I'm gonna put the finishing touches on this bar cart, but for now let's move on to shelving. It's shelf time. These are from IKEA. I am gonna use painter's tape, I think, to map out the placement of them all. I want it to be kind of like a random placement of each shelf. It's gonna look like more visually interesting, I think, than having them just all in a line, and then we're going to get them up on the wall. Obviously, these aren't level or anything. I just want to just get like a visual sense of what these are gonna look like. The shelves are up. They look really, really good. Love the configuration. Can't wait to style them. We are all signing off, going home, and yeah, ready for reveal day tomorrow. I have a mallet in my hand.
Why are you
Just like. Okay, see you tomorrow. Hi guys, it's reveal day, day 2. I'm so excited to get this space made over. The first thing I'm gonna do today is move out the desk. Marina and Alexandra have a den, which is so great. They wanted to turn that into their workspace, so we're gonna move the desk and chair into there, and I'm gonna lay down the rug. Bye. Love you, bye. This rug is from Ruggable. Wow. That blew your hair, and it looks like a Beyonce music video. Love Ruggable rugs. They come with this really grippy pad that you put down on the floor first, and then you overlay your actual decorative rug, peel it back, toss it in the wash. Really great if you have pets or kids. The pad grips to the floor underneath, so it's not gonna shift anywhere. It's like a rug pad, but like rug pad to the extreme. Okay, we're gonna bring in the sofa. We've used this sofa many times, but never this color. Very exciting when we use a new sofa color. We've never used this before, right? Okay, ready? That is so gorgeous. Wow. I love article sofas because they're so easy to build. You literally just like screw the legs on and you're done. This is the largest size in the sofa. We normally use the smaller version, the like 2-seater, which is still pretty roomy, but this is like, you could sleep on this for sure. Another article piece that I don't think we've ever used, and that I also haven't seen IRL. Ooh, guys, soft close. When picking furniture pieces, especially in a small space, I find that living room furniture can start to look really boxy. Rectangular sofa, your rectangular coffee table. So a tip that I have for you is to add variety in your furniture. Go for rounded, curved shapes. It breaks up that boxiness and just makes the design way more dynamic. This floating shelf is going to make the ceilings look so much taller, a cute place to put little trinkets, plants, books. But if you're struggling to fill a space above a TV, I know that a lot of people have that problem because I see your questions in my DMs. Use a shelf and just load on the plants, load on the art. Use it as functional storage, but also a decorative moment. Now it's time for curtains. This is such a weird window to hang curtains on. I find most condos are like this. So I thought a curved curtain rod would be great because the curtains can curve around it. These curtains are for aesthetic purposes only. They have a roller shade already and the space is really dark. So I just wanted to add some warmth in here, some texture, and curtains are a really good way to do that. These look so great. As you guys probably noticed yesterday, and as I mentioned, this living room gets no light. So I wanted a light just like this one that swooped into the living room. It's gonna divide the space, which is nice, but also just like bring the warm light in. This light is from Pure Light Style. I'll link it down below. I wanted to pick a more orangey toned light bulb because this space is lacking a bit of warmth. So I wanna bring in that warmth with light. Marina and Alexandra didn't have a TV, and because Milanote is sponsoring this video, I'm so thrilled to say that I was able to purchase a frame TV for them, though the TV didn't really go to plan. One of the really cool things about this TV and the mount that it comes with is that this TV sits like flushed on the wall, making it look like a picture frame. The coolest thing about this TV is that you can buy magnetic frames to match your decor. So in my house, I have a lighter wood oak frame. You can get white, you can get black. This matches perfectly to the media unit. And they literally just snap into place. I swear. What the?
Why does it have this thing on the back?
Yeah.
It's like it's supposed to clip all the way around.
We thought we ordered the Samsung Frame 2021 from a certain website that starts with an A and ends with an N. And we were shipped a different model. The bezel we got doesn't actually fit on this TV, and turns out no one makes this size of bezel anymore because this model is so old. Issue number 2. We turned on the television and it looks like this. It looks like the television has been smashed from the inside. Alana's currently out looking for one. I'm on hold with the brick to see if they have one. Issue number 3. There are no 43-inch Samsung frame televisions left in the city of Toronto. It is 2 p.m. We revealed the space in 2.5 hours. We don't have a television. We have a television, doesn't work. So we are making some calls. The 55 inch is obviously a lot bigger. It's gonna span like that whole wall. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a bigger TV, right? Alana is in Best Buy currently and says that there's a 55 inch in stock that she can just take with her right now. Amanda has found a bezel with like the frame to go on the TV in 55 inch. Like tell him we're getting this bezel.
Got it, yep. Love ya, bye.
Love ya, bye. We're gonna move on to the bar cart. No, yes, we're gonna move on to the bar cart. So as you guys know, we want to do something special for Alexandra. So we've given her like the coolest bar cart setup ever. Wow, I feel like this was made to be here. Did you just say I'm so weird? Not you too. Cute. I am placing down this bar set with all the tools they need to make cocktails and some alcohol to stock the cart. Oh, and also some tonic water, olives, lime wedges. We tried to get as many versatile items as possible so they can make every cocktail imaginable. Or at least start to. Thanks again to the Cocktail Emporium for stocking this bar cart. They also wrote Marina and Alexandra a cute little card, so I'm gonna leave that there. Finishing touch for this bar cart. We should have done this before I stocked it, but you know, we're gonna add a little dowel on each side. We're gonna hang a cute little tea towel. Make it feel more like a cart, you know? Like a bar cart. Now it's time to open a mirror from Mirror Home Decor Art, an Etsy shop. I love getting mirrors from this place because they're just like really cool and funky and different. And I wanna do a big mirror above the sofa to bring in as much light into this space as possible because it is very dark. So beautiful. This little nook here is gonna be a reading nook because all of their books are gonna be on these shelves. So I'm gonna start bringing the books in, and I have this beautiful accent chair that I'm placing here from HomeSense. Such a good find, so sophisticated. And this little unused nook suddenly becomes a reading spot. Now I am shelf styling. So because these are small, I wanna stack the books upwards. I'm putting some trinkets on top. I'm also color blocking because there's not a ton of books. So I wanna put them in their little color groupings. I love how this wall is like the first thing Marina's gonna see when she walks in every day. She can just like see her books proudly on display. I'm also leaving this bottom right shelf free so they can put a glass of water or just use it as a side table. Now I'm placing this art. This is a map of Ukraine, tastefully done by an Etsy artist. We downloaded this print and got it printed at Poster Jack, a Canadian framing company. I love them. If you need anything framed, go to Poster Jack, they're amazing. I'm bringing in this gold IKEA coffee table. It's the perfect size and the gold matches all the other accents in here. And this Moroccan poof for extra comfort. Now I'm adding a guitar mount for Marina's electric guitar. She bought this recently after our chat, and I just love the idea of having this hanging up so she can always see it beside this cute bar cart. Guess what's here? Woo! Yay, Alana! What are we singing to celebrate? See my light, you can see my light.
You know you can survive, but when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong.
And I'm weird.
I didn't say that.
Pretty sure we have it on camera, Grant.
Did you just say I'm so weird? TV take 2. Oh, this feels like deja vu. Just a few hours ago, I was like, I'm gonna show you the coolest thing. Neither cool thing worked. This is gonna look so sleek. That is stunning. Wow, what a whirlwind of a day. Like truly, a whirlwind of a day. We are finally at finishing touches. Let's do this. The first thing I'm doing is adding art to the frame TV. I downloaded art from Etsy, one of my fave little hacks. You can go onto Etsy, type in Samsung the frame. It allows you to just like have any piece of art you want on your television. Next, we added a cord cover. We painted this the same color as the wallpaper. this gorgeous table lamp, tons of texture, tons of warmth. Next is the guitar amp. We actually plugged this in so they could use it for extra sound on their TV, but it's always there for Marina to access when she wants to play guitar. A decorative bowl and some other cute ceramics to style the media console. Styling the floating shelf with a faux plant, some extra books, and this candle from Ukraine. This was sent with all of Marina's books. I'm adding a decorative vase with a palm leaf to one of the bookshelves. Styling the coffee table with more books and candles. Placing this faux fiddle leaf right by that Ukraine print because the space just doesn't get a lot of light. And adding tons of texture to the sofa, making it extra cozy with a blanket and some throw cushions. We're done. It's time to bring in Marina and Alexandra for the reveal. Can you both walk me through what your space looked like before?
It was empty
Yeah.
and rather dark.
I'm so honored to have done this for you. I'm just so excited that you guys get to have a beautiful living room. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Oh. I can't believe we are in the same room. It's so warm and
It's like home.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
like
so
home.
nice.
I haven't felt at home since February, so.
All those books are actually from your home. We had them sent here.
Wow! Wow. Oh, it's Ukraine.
Wow!
I'm tearing up.
Wow, I didn't get compatible. Wow.
I'm tearing up and I just can't find
It's
the
better
words.
than I could imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, and that makes me so happy.
Can I hug you?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much to Milano for sponsoring this video and making it happen. We couldn't have done this without you. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Graham, let's do a ghost story.
Just improv right now.
Here's a ghost story.
Improv.
Putting up
Okay, but we have to both
10
be in the
IKEA
light.
shelves and it not being level.
This is awful. This is so bad.
Not saving 15% or more on your car insurance.
Love ya. Bye.